Denver 7 On Demand is brought to you by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
Good evening. I'm Ann Trujillo with the latest from Denver 7. Anxious times for Thornton resident Arturo Hernandez and his family. He's been in Colorado for 20 years, but he's now facing deportation because he has overstayed his visa. Denver 7's Lance Hernandez spoke to Arturo, his family, and their supporters.
We shall overcome. A somber day at the ICE Colorado field office, where Arturo Hernandez had a meeting with ICE officials. They told him his request for a stay of deportation was denied.
I was really sad. I want to stay here with my family. I need to stay here with my daughters and my wife.
Hernandez and his wife are still waiting for a written explanation. She's worried what this could mean for their children.
If Arturo, their father, was to be deported, it would really shatter their lives.
Hernandez came to this country legally in 1999. He started his own business, a flooring firm, and began raising a family. In 2010, he says another contractor, for some reason, had it out for him.
And that person ended up calling the police and accusing Arturo of threatening him.
Arturo was charged with felony menacing and harassment.
A jury of 12 people in Douglas County found Arturo not guilty of that. And despite that, his deportation proceedings continued.
He went into sanctuary, won a 2-year reprieve thanks to Senator Michael Bennet. That reprieve expired last Friday. Now he's due back at the Colorado field office April 4th.
The system is irretrievably broken, and it's being harshly and cruelly applied by this administration to important people, important members of our community.
Tom Cole, a friend, says current policies are taking a toll on families like Arturo's.
I'm not criminal. I tried to fight my deportation. I have legal things, but with this administration, it's very hard to try to fight with this administration.
And that was Lance Hernandez reporting. Arturo Hernandez is due back for another meeting with ICE on April 4th, and he's supposed to have a plan to self-deport. Republican stall tactics delayed a vote on one of the legislative session's most controversial bills. The red flag bill aims to get guns out of the hands of people considered a threat. Well, more than 20 counties in Colorado say they will not enforce the law if it's passed. The bill is just 2 votes away from clearing the Senate and heading to the governor's desk. And with one signature, Governor Polis officially brought Colorado into the National Popular Vote Act. This multi-state effort is to do away with the Electoral College and commits all electoral votes from the participating states to the presidential candidate who wins the popular vote. For this compact to take effect, enough states have to join to total 270 electoral votes. Some people living in Golden are trying to slow development. One group says the new buildings are replacing older homes. The city council is now debating a 120-day moratorium on new duplexes and multifamily homes. City officials are reviewing the city code to see how they should move forward. And the holidays are long over, but porch pirates are still on the prowl. A viewer sent us this video of a thief grabbing a package, trying to stash it under his shirt. This video was taken in the Sloan's Lake neighborhood, and police say if you saw anything suspicious in the area, let them know. Call police. When the Colorado Eagles take to the ice Saturday night in Loveland, they will be playing for more than a win. It happens to be the Pot of Gold game, a night devoted to raising money for someone in need. As Denver 7 photojournalist Major King shows us, this year the community is taking care of an entire family.
Colin Ramito and his little brother Caleb are working the Xbox like so many kids. 18-year-old brother Dominic
I like to do drones for filming.
Is test piloting Freedom.
That's when I got in a wheelchair, was when I turned 14.
It's gradual, it's progressive. They have trouble with stairs.
Ever since then, I'm 18 now, so I've been in a wheelchair 4 years.
In this view from above, their home looks like a good place to be.
What we're looking for is the larger hallways.
If your family is normal.
A wider door that they can go straight into.
But as you can tell, the Ramito family is not.
He played t-ball and he was running a lot slower than the other kids. I knew we needed to figure out what was going on. Something wasn't right.
Their oldest son, Dominic, just 6 at the time, diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy.
And he said, Mr. Romito, Mrs. Romito, there's nothing we can do for you. There's no treatment, there's no cure.
With Colin just a year old and Caleb still in the womb, their test of faith soon tripled.
We're sorry, but the other two also have Duchenne muscular dystrophy. So
to cope, Richard started a nonprofit, the Romito Foundation.
I think it was a way for me to deal with what was going on and how to deal with it and how to understand it.
Congratulations. His efforts earned him a 7 Everyday Hero Award. The family sold their 2-story home and rented a 1-level ranch. They bought 2 used vans to get their kids to school and to doctor's appointments.
They have modified schedules, so when Colin gets picked up by the bus.
But as the kids lost mobility, a problem they could not solve.
As the progression continues, the boys lose their loss of their arms, the muscles. And when that happens, they are just a human mass, and they can't grab onto my neck anymore.
I can't provide some of their basic care because they're heavy, they're hard to lift,
A lifting device known as a Hoyer would help.
And then you lift them back up, and then you move it back out.
But it just doesn't fit.
Do you even use this in the house?
We haven't used it at all. We can't use it. There's no room for us to use it in our home right now.
The Romitos need a new residence.
We really need this. I want my kids to have a home that's not full of obstacles, that they can just go right into their bedroom and not feel like they're hitting walls or can't get into a room.
I want them to be able to feel they can do what they want. They can move through the house as if they were walking and not worry about banging into things.
It's about dignity to do the basic things in life most of us take for granted.
And have the freedom to be independent as long as they can. They want to be independent.
In Meade, Major King, Denver 7.
And thank you to the Eagles for stepping up. In fact, over the last 8 years, the Eagles have raised more than $300,000 for families and individuals in our community.
It's a First Alert Action Day as a storm begins to move into Colorado. It's a spring storm, so it's a little bit warmer. There'll be some rain, some snow, some thunder in the mountains where it could see up to 10 inches down in the San Juans overnight. A few rain showers on the plains. Start with a few showers Friday morning and then more showers in the afternoon. Windy conditions with thunderstorms possible in the plains. Heavy wet snow with thunder in the mountains. Perhaps some areas seeing up to a foot of snow. We might actually see a little snow early Saturday, so it's showers and storms Friday, a little morning snow Saturday with a low of 32, Sunday 58 with a few afternoon storms, but after that it gets a whole lot nicer. 65 and sunny on Monday, 72 Tuesday, 73 by Wednesday.
This has been your Denver 7 On Demand update. Thank you for joining us, and check back here later tonight for another update, and download the Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts. I'm Ann Trujillo.